Now let me clear one myth. If sports people could be created by coaches, then the coaches' children would have been champions. Champions are not created by anyone. It's a material which the coach polishes. So does the coach have a role in a athlete's life? Absolutely yes. But the coach can only polish a certain material and take it to the next level. And that is why again I come to the third point which I had made. It is very important that you choose the right sport. Then yes, a good coach can help you polish and get your child further. Like I said, if we knew how to make champions out of any person, we would have done it with our own kids. They live with us, they eat with us, they grow with us. I mean, why can't we do that? How many times do you hear that a coach or a top champion or any of these motivational speakers where you hear a lot of these videos, about sports success, why aren't their children champions? Understand that you have to find the right sport and then the right coach. Then your process will be easier. And even then, becoming a champion has a lot of other things involved. But at least if they're on the right track with the right sport and the right coach, you can expect some good results. Now coming to the next myth. A lot of people believe that champions train harder than the rest. Okay? Now, this is again a myth, which is propagated through a lot of movies, through a lot of autobiographies. Obviously, when somebody wins, if there's a champion who is good, then we just assume that they worked harder. There's certain things that they did, and again we go through that whole formula thing. As if there's a formula. These champions did certain things, and this is the reason why they won. Please understand that across sport, there are some people who are just gifted. Okay, they are gifted with some physical qualities. You have to find what your child is gifted with, physically and then mentally. Not mentally first. Mentally you can be gifted and it can help you in obviously studies. But when it comes to sport, you have to find out what is it that they are physically gifted at. So now this whole work hard thing, work hard, train hard, never give up, dedication, motivation, inspiration, perspiration, you hear all these things, especially in today's times of Instagram. Everything is about posting videos, every person is out there showing that they're working hard. If working hard is all it took, then I think there's enough people who are working hard. In fact, the truth is that there are many players who train a lot harder than the champions. Okay, and they still don't make it. Why is it? Because some people are just gifted. And you will find when I say that they're gifted, you will find in a family, there could be a brother and a sister. There could be 2 sisters, 2 brothers, maybe 5 kids. Not everybody becomes a champion. It's simple, it's because they are physically gifted and mentally they are tuned for that particular sport. So make sure you choose the right sport at a very young age and don't fall for this thing thinking that you just work harder. Everybody and anybody can work hard. Okay, you have to learn to work smarter. Sometimes you have parents and sometimes you have coaches, even youngsters, and there's a lots of these motivational videos that you'll find on YouTube, which will be like you kind of conceive, you believe, and then you achieve. Sounds nice. Doesn't work in real life. Sport is a physical endeavor. You just can't believe and achieve something. If that was the case, us parents would have achieved what our children we would want them to achieve. Why is it that we can't? Because we don't have the physical capacity. Very simple. Sport is for young people. Okay, as we get older, our physical capacities go down. Now the next myth. In sport, there's this belief that sport builds character. If you practice sport, you just end up becoming a good human being. This is a myth simply because if that was the case, no sports person across the world would ever go into prison. How many times do we hear of somebody who's assaulted somebody physically, or somebody who's caught up in some tax evasion thing, sometimes even more serious crimes such as rape, murder. The reason is because sports people are just humans like any of us. The only difference is that they are good at a physical endeavor. They are good at performing a certain skill. And you might think that, hey, but then what about the heroes that I have? You might have grown up looking at certain people that you really admire who are in sport and whose characters you really like. You have to understand that their character was with them and will be with them irrespective of the sport. There are people who have certain good qualities and then they are also good at sport. But at the same time, you'll find that there will be many others who would also be good in sport and would still not have character of the same level. Your role is to teach character to your child. Don't expect sport to teach it. Sometimes people say that sport teaches you how to lose. Okay, sport teaches you to lose in that particular sport because you have lost a game of a particular sport. Okay, or maybe a boxing match and you've lost that. Doesn't mean you are going to be able to cope with the loss in business or in your career. Okay, so losses can be of various types. Okay, a physical loss is very different to a mental loss. So you have to understand this part. Just because we hear that sport is good, you should know how good it is. Sport cannot just be a complete solution for everything.